Hello, and welcome to the fourth and final episode of the Quintessential Rhythm Podcast for the year 2020. My name's Creevelous, the webmaster and founder of PumpProPlus.com, and I personally want to thank you guys for everything you've done to help support the website, the channel, Facebook page, and Twitter account as well. So this episode's going to be a little bit shorter, or maybe even quite a bit shorter, than traditional episodes of the podcast, just because of there's been so much that's been going on. But given I haven't had much time to think about interviewing a guest, or the fact that we're still supposed to be social distancing at this time, I just wanted to give you guys a short little episode to give you a retrospective of this entire year. So I give you about the ups and downs and things like that. So with that said, thank you so much again for everything that you guys have done to support myself and my fellow step makers that work with me on the website Pops mostly. And it's been a crazy year. There was a couple months out of this year where I wasn't able to play any dance games whatsoever. But back in May, like near the end of May, my arcade opened up again, so I was able to go back and actually play Pump It Up again and enjoy the patches that were coming out during this pandemic. But I know a lot of you out there haven't been able to play and still maybe are not able to play at this time. Excuse me. So it's been a wild ride this year. But I'm still grateful and thankful for everything that I've been able to accomplish, but I couldn't do it without you guys. I started doing a lot of streaming on Twitch earlier in the year, especially when the pandemic was heavy, but had to give it back up in the summertime when my girlfriend came here to stay with me. But I plan on picking up streaming again later on or actually starting next week. I'm going to start streaming again with Step Maniacs on Sunday. So I hope to grow the Twitch following. I hope to make that bigger and possibly become an affiliate at some point to make things more interactive with you, the audience, and to even try to do some more interesting things on that channel, including maybe giveaways or some kind of contest or something like that. Not everything I've wanted to do has panned out the way I thought it would. I really thought it would be easier for me to get more followers on Twitch, but Twitch is a tough platform, and by no means do I think I'm great at anything that I do. But my friends have had much more success than me on the platform, and I thought that if I worked really, really hard that I could do the same. But I think it's just difficult with rhythm games, and Pump Pro Plus is a solely rhythm game Twitch channel. So I'm going to pick it up again, and for 2021, my goal is just to hit 50 followers on that platform, just to become an affiliate. I want to make that goal very low, just so I don't feel as if I'm going to be disappointed in myself or achieving it. So I'm about halfway there at the time of this recording. So if you guys do hear this, please feel free to go over to Twitch TV/Pump Pro Plus and give us a follow, because it's free and it doesn't cost anything to subscribe, or I mean not to subscribe, but to follow the channel. So it'd be really appreciated if you guys would head over for that. But we will be streaming Step Maniacs on Sundays, and hopefully be doing that every Sunday. I do have to go to a different location in order to do that stream, but I also want to thank excuse me guys, I want to thank Robin Cox of Ready Game Begin over in Orlando, Florida, off of Universal Boulevard, for having the Step Maniacs machine there and allowing me to use his equipment to stream, because I don't bring my own computer to stream there. He has, probably 20 plus gaming PCs at his location, but he also has the Step Maniacs. So if you happen to be in the Orlando area and you guys want to come down and hang out on a Sunday night, that's perfectly fine. Step Maniacs to play over there is still $4 for an hour, $8 for the day, so it's totally worth the price of admission. So if you want to go and you want to play, some dance games in a safe, clean environment without breaking the bank, you definitely can do that. And Step Maniacs, gets updated once every month, almost always near the end of the month. And I think Kyle and his team is releasing about 8 songs per patch. So you can, expect to play at least 8 new songs, at the end of every month. So, and that game has been fantastic. Since we're on the topic of Step Maniacs, at first I didn't think that I would love the game as much as I'm coming to love it now. What really got me on board this year is the fact that Kyle and his team have worked so hard to bring, the nostalgia factor to the game. So he's bringing back so many different DDR songs, and not original songs, of course, because, I guess Konami has the rights to those and whatnot. But he's bringing, songs like Nori Nori Nori, My Generation, the Fat Beat Mix by Captain Jack. For goodness sake, even So Deep has made an appearance, which, once he started bringing some songs over, like Senorita, Speedy Mix, and Speed Over Beethoven, I kind of had this feeling, well, So Deep must be on that list because So Deep was such an iconic song that it would only make sense for him to bring that over as well. So, these songs have been great. The step charts are pretty fun as well. I really do enjoy the full mode on Step Maniacs. Transitioning from Pump It Up to Step Maniacs was a little bit of a difficulty just because, the layout is a bit different. But, playing Pump I do feel helps. Although at first my accuracy wasn't as good because the timing window on Pump is just so awfully large. But anyway, Kyle, I don't know if you'll ever hear this podcast, but I would definitely like to have you on just to interview you and to get in your head a little bit about Step Maniacs and the game and what went into its development. I'm so grateful to have you as this awesome member of the dance game and rhythm game communities, and that you have such a positive and upbeat attitude that you'd never give up and you pursue your goal until you meet it. So thank you, Kyle, and thank your team as well for the hard work and love that you've put into Step Maniacs since its inception and before its inception. And thank you for, bringing so many cool songs, from the DDR franchise and even one from Pump It Up. Hypnosis has made an appearance, and I'm not sure if it's a remix of the song or what it is. I think it is because, it's by a different artist or whatnot. But Kyle, if you do hear this, and it'd be cool if you could bring other songs from Pump as well. I know there's been some songs that have been in Pump. So Step Maniacs is just this awesome, amalgamation of different dance games brought together. It's, an ITG spiritual successor, but it's also a little bit DDR and a little bit Pump It Up as well. So thank you again, Kyle, for that. And thank you for just being the awesome person that you are. Say Merry Christmas to your team. And I look forward to what you guys have to bring in the new year. So transitioning over to Pump It Up once again. So Pump It Up XX, I gave my retrospect on it a while back because we initially thought that the game was done. But because of how much this pandemic has changed and altered the world, the Ondamiro and Pump It Up development team have decided to put out additional content for Pump It Up XX. And I'm very happy by that decision, just because I wasn't even sure if my arcade would be able to get the next version, whatever that is, and whenever it would come out, just because, this year has been rough. And I think that's the idea behind this patch right now, is to give us, private machine owners. I'm not a private machine owner, so I don't know why I said us there, but give machine owners and arcade operators possibly more time to recover and build up their funds so they could possibly support or justify the cost of a software upgrade for Pump It Up XX, to whatever the next version might be. But there's going to be a new patch released on January the 7th of 2021, and it's going to bring over a handful of songs. It's not a lot of songs, but, as someone who didn't even expect to get another software update for Pump It Up XX, I can certainly appreciate the fact that we're getting anything at all, just because the game's become a little bit stagnant, just because there hasn't been any new content added, in about 4 months. But with that said, they're bringing over at least one song that I wasn't aware of that many people know. So there's a song called Brain Power, and apparently, I guess the song was in Neon FM, which I probably scrolled right by it on the mobile version of the game. Maybe I did. It's been many, many years since I played Neon FM, but I did play it before. Never played the arcade version, just the mobile version. But the song Brain Power looks really cool, and it seems that they're going to have some quite, difficult charts for that song, and that should be expected. So I'm looking forward to playing that. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And I'm also looking forward to playing Life is Piano. That song seemed interesting, and from the little teaser trailer that they gave showing one of the step charts, it also seemed to be, a very interesting chart, on the right side of the video there. So I look forward to saying more on that song when I'm actually able to hear the whole thing and whatnot. But I'm gonna butcher the name of this song too, but the Revere, I believe, I'm not sure if that's how you say that. It's cool to see that come over, and I think they changed the title card for it a little bit from the mobile version, but that's fine. That's to be expected at times. But the video looked really cool for that song. It looked beautiful, so I look forward to actually playing that song on a machine earlier next month. And then they had God Mode 2.0, which was a mobile exclusive song. But I'm really happy that they decided, hey, we'll bring over these songs too, because it was my fear that we would never actually get to see any of those songs in the arcade setting. So I'm still keeping my expectations low when it comes to mobile exclusives and seeing those in a game. But I'm definitely looking forward to seeing more content from the mobile version come over to the arcade version, and make that transition, that jump. So because that ultimately brings more life into the mobile versions, or the mobile songs anyway. So it'd be great to see like Yo Say Fairy come over, which I think will, because that's technically like a contest song, so that should be an XX song later down the road, or in the next version as well. So but anyway, speaking about the mobile version, that's been a really great pastime for me. I kind of go off and on playing it, and but I do enjoy playing it. I usually will grind in that game to unlock songs instead of just straight out buying them. Although I have bought songs or bought credits to purchase songs at least once, and I've thought about doing it again just so I can unlock more content and play a lot more of those mobile exclusive songs. But that game's been fun. I wish it was a bit easier to grind to unlock songs and unlock other content, but I understand that, it's being a mobile game, that there's a nickel and dime kind of aspect. And I don't mean that in a negative way. Obviously there's a different team developing that game, and, not everything can be free. I mean, I do pay to play at the arcade, so why should that be different on a mobile version, I suppose? But the song list on that game has been great. I do like the fact that they gave us the option to unlock the season songs at the, with the last patch that came out for this year for that game. And I know next year they're expecting to expand the game even further, so it'll be great to see what kind of content that they're going to offer, what other songs they're going to bring back from older games. We have a ton of Banya songs and Banya production songs, although there are still some that are missing. I can't say any that I would like to see, but obviously if we could see more K-pop, that would be a plus, because we did get Jogging by Lucy in the game, which was a complete surprise. But I also understand that, relicensing all those K-pop songs is quite expensive, especially for a different platform, and who knows how that would even work on a mobile game like that. But I imagine it may not be too different from the arcade variant of Pump It Up, but still, overall, I would give, Pump It Up Mobile an 8 out of 10. I think that's a very fair rating for that game, and I really do look forward to seeing more. I was hoping to see a doubles mode implemented in that game. I made the mistake earlier this year of saying that a mobile mode was, I'm not a mobile mode, I'm sorry, a double mode was coming to that game. On Twitch, I said that a couple of times, and again, I'm going to apologize for that because it never happened. But I hope that they will figure out how to do that, so we could see some doubles charts come. Because I know there would be people out there that would be able to play doubles on the phone or a tablet or something like that. But anyway, so that's my retrospective on Step Maniacs, Pump It Up XX, and Pump It Up M for this year. Again, guys, I'm going to keep this episode short just because I want to get it up as soon as possible. So you'll be hearing this here, very soon. Thank you all so much again for, interacting with the YouTube channel, with us on Facebook and Twitter as well. I really do strive to make Pump Pro Plus the best Pump It Up website that there could possibly be by keeping you guys updated with all sorts of information. And I kind of branched out into Step Maniacs as well because I like supporting that game, and I'm going to continue supporting that game more in the future, as well as Ready Game Begin. And I hope to have Kyle on the podcast at some point. He's a pretty busy guy, but I'm hoping to snag an interview with him at some point to give you guys some great content with him. Go ahead and go over to the Facebook page, give us a like there, follow us on Twitter, subscribe to us on YouTube. We upload a ton of step chart videos of content made by myself and Pops and other members of the step making community. I just look through Step Prime and check out and see if there's any interesting charts in there. But if you have a chart that you'd like to submit to us to be uploaded on the YouTube channel, please go ahead and send that over to me on Facebook or through email. You can find my email address, which is, actually, I'll just give it to you guys here. It's creevolous@gmail.com, and I will look at your email and reply back to you. And also you can check out our UCS submission form in Google Forms. I'm taking UCS submissions to play on Pump It Up XX. So you just fill out the form there, and it'll notify me that a chart has been submitted, and I'll record that and upload it to YouTube of me actually playing your chart. So with all that said, guys, have a very, very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and I hope to see you guys in 2021. Stay safe out there and take care.